It was time for Gunther to tell that Pat McAfee a thing or two about wrestling and teach him a lesson and blah, blah, blah. And they gave the statistic this was McAfee's 8th match ever. Do you remember 8? I don't remember 8. We were talking the other day. Was it 3 or 4?
He had the one at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Right. It was him. Was it him against Vince? What was the match at WrestleMania?
He was involved in the thing somehow there.
Was the actual match him against Vince?
No, that was
it was the aftermath of him against someone else. So there were 2 matches technically.
But that's when Austin came out too.
Austin Theory?
No.
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin, wasn't it?
Well, that's one match at least. There was the Adam Cole match.
Nevertheless, he's had 8 matches. Or this was his 8th match. He's had that now. That's what I was saying.
I will not argue.
But I don't remember that many.
I accept your word.
And they did this right for the most part, almost all the way through. Gunther toyed with him. And he got the fans behind McAfee because he's embarrassing McAfee and he's toying with him and he's throwing him around or showing him what he can do. And when McAfee would try to fight, Gunther would level him. And again, Gunther was taking his time. He wasn't approaching it like he was desperate to beat this guy before something bad happened. And he was laying the kicks and chops in and chopping the shit out of McAfee. And whenever, Pat would try to hulk up, Gunther would put him back down and he'd play with him a little bit more. He started inviting Cole in the ring. Why don't you get in here? And laughing at the fans. And then they had to give McAfee, as we mentioned when we talked about it beforehand, they had to give him some hope spot, not just beat the shit out of him and emasculate him. And at one point, McAfee escaped a German and kicked Gunther a few times. And then Gunther got up and dared him to chop him. Go ahead then, Ken. That's the way you're supposed to do it, like you insignificant peon. And they traded a little bit, and Gunther staggered but didn't bump. He never, through almost the entirety of the match till the end, never took an actual bump for McAfee. McAfee never knocked him down till the end. And Gunther powerbombed him and put the crab on him. And that's when Michael Cole got up from ringside and was trying to cheer him on. And McAfee tries to get the ropes, but Gunther pulls him away. And then he sees Cole and he goes over and he grabs Michael Cole and pulls him into the ring. And goes to powerbomb Michael Cole. And McAfee from the side saves Michael Cole. And then Gunther boots McAfee down. And McAfee got a little roll up there. And I wrote right at that point, because I'm taking notes, too long now. That's where McAfee should have saved Cole. And Gunther should have booted him down and fucking pinned him and then tried to go back to Cole for a second and let McAfee come back from behind and distract him. And then a bunch of people come out or whatever the fuck. But they went too long because they were giving McAfee, it was a little too much, even if the crowd liked it. Gunther went for a suplex, but Michael Cole did the fucking leg pull spot where McAfee came down on top and Michael Cole is holding the leg down like a heel manager. It got a 2 count. And then McAfee got a sleeper. And Gunther escaped it and clotheslined him and sleepered him. And McAfee fought up, which he shouldn't have at that point, but backed down, and McAfee went out, and the referee rang the bell. I think it should have been 12 minutes instead of 15. Right as after McAfee saved Cole, they were burning daylight. I think he should have put him out of his misery right there. But I'm willing to be argued with.
I think it should have been 8 instead of 12, but then again, they only had 5 matches there to fill this pay-per-view. Michael Cole was unbearable during this match on commentary. And then when he left, he did a good thing. made me realize, you know what? I'd be okay with Wade Barrett as a Lord Layton kind of solo announcer on these shows. I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Well, Michael Cole did apologize at the open of the match, saying, "I can't be impartial or good, in any way."
A micro example, but the way we were saying how The Rock wasn't needed for the Cena turn on Cody and it only took away from everything, I don't think Michael Cole was needed for there to be an issue between Pat McAfee and Gunther. And I didn't like that part of the match, especially when Michael Cole started getting, when Michael Cole's in the fucking ring. Like, yeah. I didn't like that at all. It could have just been what it was, a couple minutes shorter, without the commentator being the focus of the thing.
Well, yeah, and I don't even mind Gunther pulling Cole in and going to powerbomb him and, Pat saving him from the blind side. That's fine. But when you got Cole doing the leg pull and the old manager spots, it's too much. It's odd. It's out of place. But nevertheless, Gunther reigned supreme and tipped his hat, gave a tip of the cap, if you will, to Pat McAfee on the way out.
See, I didn't like that either. I think that's unnecessary. He's a heel. Shouldn't be doing that.
Yes. Well, and also it's unnecessary that the announcer shouldn't really impress anybody with their athletic prowess, even though he has played football, I know.